Hello everybody. I have something here that I need to share with the rest of the world. I'm not sure if it's out there already, but if it's not, I hope this video helps some of you guys out there that have the same problem like I did. Well, what I have here is a 2000 BMW 740i. And I've been having a problem with my DME. As you can see, it is the box for a while because I had some kind of contamination in the pins. You guys can see, I think this is the one here. I have like 2 broken tabs in here a while back. And what I did with that, the way I fixed that was, this is the board right here. I took this off the board. When I had that problem a few years back, what I did, the board is on here like this. So what I did, I located the broken pin from here. I kind of trace it back to these pins and down to the board. And in the back side here, I welded a piece of wire, 2 wires actually, on the corresponding pins. Welded 2 pieces of wire and drill the back of the casing. As you can see, a small tiny hole, and run those wires through this hole. I put some silicone on there to prevent any kind of liquid or water from going in. And I put those wires through this hole and I run it into the wiring harness, the loom, underneath the inside of the E-box. And I kind of tap into, I kind of broke a little bit of the insulation of that wire, and I tap into it. I kind of soldered it and I tape around it, and it worked. It worked for a few years until the pins, for some reason, the solder joint came loose. So at that point, I was like, ah man, I don't know what to do, you know, just resolder it or what. And so what I did, I bought another DME off of eBay, and I was trying to use that to see if I can code it out to make it work with my car. I mean, I have the software, I have the NCS Expert, I have the SS, the DIS, and you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. And I tried coding with the SS, and it worked, because when I go into the DME, I can see my VIN coming up into the coding after I finish coding. But what was happening, the car would not start. I tried syncing the DME, EWS synchronization. I did all of that. Still would not fire. It wouldn't turn over. You know, I have a donor 2001 740IL, which I could have just swapped the DME, EWS, and the key, everything into my 740i, but I just didn't want to do that. I mean, I did it before, but the problem that I was having, the instrument cluster holds the information of your VIN. So what was happening, every time I try to log like NCS Expert or anything or the program to the car, I get VIN mismatch error popping up. Even though the car starts, runs and everything, but I keep getting VIN mismatch fault code popping up. And I was like, I knew the reason why I was doing that, because the DME is from a different car. The EWS and the key, they all from a different car. Even though they all have matching ISN number, it was able to start the car, but then the VIN that is in that instrument cluster is not matching with the rest of the VIN that's in the car. And I was like, I didn't like that. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to dig a little deeper to find another way to try to fix this. So what I thought about doing at first was, this is the donor DME that I bought off eBay a while back. This one right here. What I was thinking about doing at first was trying to see if I can unsolder all these pins. No, actually not. The first I was trying to see if I can pull some of this pin, 2 of these pins out, safe enough to try to fix the broken pin, which is on this one here. You know, just trying to pull this pin out and put a new pin in there, and that didn't work. And so I said, no, what, to hell with it. I'm going to try to unsolder everything so I can replace the whole piece of the donor DME that I bought off eBay. So I actually went ahead. This is the original board. I went ahead, I unsoldered. If you look, I unsoldered all of this joint. Took this piece out. And once I took it out, once I took this piece out, and I was looking at, this is the one that I had, this is the original one that I have off my car. I was looking at it, and right here at the back of it, if you look close, there's a number, AMP, I think you're, okay, AMP 967288. So I was like, but on the front part of it, it only says AMP. There's no number, no nothing. So I was like, I said to myself, you know what, let me just punch this thing in Google search and see what's gonna happen. So I went on Google on my phone and I punched in the number, sure enough, bam! It popped up on Google, just this piece right here. So I was like, holy cow, they do sell this piece, just this piece. So I was so excited, like I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, they do sell this whole complete unit. Let me look it up. So I clicked, I looked, I went to Mauser.com. They have it there for, and I look at the price actually, it was $11.96 for this whole unit. So I was like, holy shit, let me just order it. I wasn't sure if, you know, I was gonna get it. I'll just give it a shot. I said, let me just order it, just to see, maybe, you know, just see what it is. I mean, if I lose my money, it's only $11. So I just gave it a shot. And sure enough, I put in the order, and they sent me back my tracking number and everything. So I was just like, oh shit, they actually have it in stock. So a few days later, the part came. I was so excited when I got the part. I opened it up. It was the exact thing, the exact match and everything. Right away, I went ahead and I desoldered everything, and I put it back. This is the one that I got from Mauser. This is the aftermarket part that I got from Mauser. And if you look at it, it's almost identical. The only thing here is this one doesn't have the AMP stamp on like the original one does. If you look at it, this got some marking here, but it doesn't have the AMD. So for some reason, I was curious. I was like, I don't know if they were hiding the part number. They don't want us to know the part number, or BMW wants you to go and buy a $1,700 new DME for them to recode it. By the time you leave there, you rather just junk the car because it's not going to be worth fixing it. And I know there's a lot of guys that saw it online on Google search when I was trying to figure out a way to fix it. I know there's a lot of people out there that have problems with these pins getting corrosion. That, you know, the pin getting corroded, getting broken off, and a lot of people either they go to the dealer to get a new DME put in and program, or they go to these indie shops, or they just get the whole setup, like the DME, EWS, and the whole setup, and try to put it in to make it work. I mean, I try all of that, but I just wanted to keep everything original. I want the VIN to be the same. I want everything to match. And that's the reason why I was digging. And I finally came up with this here. And this is it right here. And I put it in. I resoldered. This is all my solder. I resoldered the whole thing back. I didn't even put in the car to try it out yet. I should have took the video when I was doing it, but I didn't think deep. I just was so excited. I just went ahead, boom, 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 and just did it. And now it's like, you know, maybe I need to share this information to the rest of the world. Maybe there's other people out there that's having the same problem that don't know this probably exists. Maybe they thought maybe the only option they have is just to go to the dealer and get them a new DME and reprogramming and all that crap. But this is it, folks. So all I can tell you is you need to have a good soldering iron, tin your solder iron really good, and use some flux it up before you start desoldering. And you definitely need this guy right here, this plunger. This is gonna be your best friend. You definitely need this. You can't do nothing else without it. And one thing that I would like to point out is when you trying to desolder those pins, don't heat up the board. Don't heat up the board. All right, do not heat the boards up. Try to keep the soldering iron on the pin. With the flux on there, it is gonna melt right up. Keep the solder on the pin, heat up the pin and melt the solder, and just do a step. Heat up, melt, plunge. Do that because you don't want to try to fix this thing and end up causing more problems than it already is. You know, don't put the soldering iron right on the board. This is very, very important, and this is very fragile electronic component in here. Like, be very careful with the iron. Just keep the iron on the pin, not on the board. Don't try to heat the solder and the board together. You're gonna loosen some stuff up, and you're gonna cause yourself problems. So keep the solder on the pin, hit the pin up, and plunge the solder out of there. You know, and be very patient, guys. Patient. You cannot rush this. If you're trying to just do this, boom, 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 and just jump in your car and go to work, I'm telling you, you're gonna have problems. So when you're ready to do this, make sure you're off. On your day off, you're home, or you have the whole day. You have nothing else planned, and just dedicate that time into trying to fix your DME. Other than that, if you rush it, maybe you might have 2 broken pins, and you might end up ruining everything, and then you in a deeper hole than you trying to fix a $11 part. So be very, very careful. And once you got everything out, be gentle pulling this out, because if you look here, you have a tab. There's a tab here that you push out, 2 tabs. And you kind of push it back, and you just lift it up. Be very gentle with it. Be very gentle, and you just lift it up gently and take it out, and then use the wick with the flux. Use the wick and clean it up. Just put it down with the soldering iron. I mean, at that moment you can change the tip. You don't need a pointy tip like this to clean it. You can change the tip. I have multiple tips, but it's in the basement. You can change the tip to a little fatter tip, and just kind of put it down and just do a swipe motion and just clean it up. Don't put too much heat on the board. Just clean the excess solder off the board. Just clean it nice so that the new piece will go in there without any resistance. You don't want to force it, like push it, like plunge it in. You don't want to do that. You want to do it very, very gently. You know, this here was really corroded. I mean, I cleaned it up a few years back. This part right here was the problem. This right here, this guy was the problem. I cleaned it up really, really good, and I put this back in there, and I gotta go out there and just check it. But I'm gonna show you guys. You know, you just gotta go on a Google. You can point to the laptop. You know, you just go to this website right here. I bought it from Mauser Electronics. You go. Let me close this guy right here. And right here in the search, you just look at this number right here. The number is right here. It's AMP. I don't even think you need to put the AMP, but it's 967288. So you put it in 967288, and the way it comes up, it doesn't look at it, guys. See, this is the part right here. It doesn't come up BMW nothing. It has nothing related to BMW. And if you really get close, you can see the description over here, which says automotive connector, MQS, JPT, whatever hybrid timer, which I was like, it has nothing to do with BMW or Jaguar, because I know they use this DME in different mix and models. So if you have this DME, this guy right here, this is the one I have, DME 7. See that? If you have this DME and you have a problem, This is the complete. You have a problem. Do not go to the dealer and pay $2,700 for a new DME. I know this e38 now, the value is a little down now. So I mean, I love my BMW. I have one in the back there as a donor, and I have one that I drive. But the time I bought this on eBay, I didn't have the donor. It was my neighbor's, and I got into accident, and he wanted to get rid of it, so I just bought it from him, and I kept it in my backyard as a donor car. So when I needed part, I can just do the swap, and that's the one that I took the whole system, the EWS, DME, the key, ignition cylinder, everything. I put it in my, but I didn't like it because it's the base model, and I have the sport model, and the VIN mismatch thing bothers me a little bit. So that's the thing, and you look it up. It's right here on Miles. If you want to buy one, it's $11.96. I pay like $18, $19 with shipping and everything. So $19, $20 to me personally is better than paying $2,000 or even sending it out to some of these repair guys that charge you $300, $400, $500 to repair it. They buy it for $6. Or they buy it for $11, $12, and they charge you $500 to fix it. So I'm just trying to help you guys out there. Whoever had this problem, if you have a little, you don't have to be a master in soldering. I'm not master in soldering. I mean, I've been practicing soldering, maybe, a few years now, a year or two. I've been practicing. That's why I bought me this little thing here. I mean, it works. But anybody can do this. But all you need is patience. You gotta have patience. You cannot be in a rush, like trying to do it quick because you got to go to work, and you're just trying to fix your car so fast because you just got the part in the mail. You're so excited. You just want to fix it. You just want to see if it works. I just got to do this. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You got to be patient. I cannot stress that enough. You got to be patient. Other than that, I'm telling you right now, just send it out to the professionals and let them do it for you. If you're one of those guys who have no patience, this is tedious work. I mean, I'm talking about over 100 pins you gotta unsolder. So if you're one of those guys that don't have patience, this is not for you. You can buy the part. What I can, come on, dog. You can buy the part. What I can suggest you do is go to any repair shop, maybe a computer repair shops or any electronic TV guys that repair electronics component. You can bring the part with your DME to them, and maybe for a little fee, they might charge you a little bit here and there, and they can actually do it for you more professionally if you're not sure, if you can't do it yourself. That's what I can recommend. You bring it to a repair facility. Any person that repairs television, computers, stuff like that should be able to desolder and resolder this thing for you with no problem. Maybe for a little fee, which is still better than paying the dealer fee or sending it out to a repair facility. These guys that charge you tons of money, to do it for you. So that's what I got for y'all, and I hope this video help you guys out. Save money, save money, save money. That's the bottom line. We all try to save money. I mean, I've been trying to do stuff like this on my own, for a very long time, and all because I'm trying to save money. I fix my own car. I don't send it out to any mechanic. Nobody touches my car. I do my transmissions. I did everything myself. The 5 HP 24 transmission, they have problems. I did. You guys with the BMW e38 knows what I'm talking about. I did all of that, and I did my engine. I should have did some video on how to do it on the values and stuff like that. But if you like this video, I'm gonna go out there and since I got a new backing cover now, I don't need to use this one with a hole anymore, because this is my donor guy. Since I have a backing plate, I can just use this one from that DME so that everything looks nice. You just put it in there, you just put the screws on gently, tighten them down, and that's all I got. I'm gonna go try to put it in the car and see if it fires up. I'm not sure if you guys want to watch me do that, but my son, I got my little video guy over here. My son, you can show your face. He's my little boy. He's my video guy, taking all the good stuff. He's not dressed up. It's a little cold outside for me to bring him out there. He's gonna have to put on his jacket, but if you guys don't mind, you can go put in his jacket and I go out there and we'll put in the car and we'll see how it fires. So you can pause it now, go get dressed. We are here at the car, so I'm gonna go under the hood. This is my baby right here. I'm gonna go under the hood. Alright, trying to fit this in. Let me see what we got. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. I hope so. The E-box right here. I think it goes this way. Push it in to the slot. And I just gotta plug all the harness. Plugging all the harness. Everything is plugged in. Okay, guys, the moment of truth. Let's see if this baby is gonna fire it up. Alright. There it is. She started. Yeah, when I had that problem with the pins, I had a lot of misfiring. I was getting misfire. The car was just driving crazy when I first had that problem. So if like I said, if you got the same problem with your BMW DME, this is the way to fix it. I gotta go get me the ratchet set so I can tighten this baby down. And that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this video helps some of you guys out there that's having the same problem. All right, thank you. Have a good one. Peace.